Hey, good evening, you guys. What are you all doing? I'm gonna let y'all start. Don't start no shit now. You was quiet until I got on here. I see one person commit. Hey, Miss Tierney, what you got going on? I don't know. Hey, the black baby. Yeah, I got home early tonight, so I'm gonna be on here for a little minute, like an hour, and I get to chill. I'm so happy I finished that case. I'm not gonna do no work with them people no more. What's going on tonight? I didn't check to see if no other bloggers were on. I should have. Oh shit. I'm always doing something. We call this the happy hour chat where we can have fun. Hey, Miss Shan. Talk about some lighthearted stuff. I like to laugh and have fun. I know we talk about serious stuff all the time, which is cool. That's we like that, but we like to talk about lighthearted stuff and have fun. Because it's a lot more stuff that's going on than crime and all of that. I think we see that all day, every day, like on TV, all day, every day. We see that, and says girl working in Southwind with these rich people, David community. I'm okay. So what you doing over there, Tyranny? See, Tyranny, you said you want to start dating. I mean, you make sure you do. You have to wear a uniform because that's your opportunity to put your best foot forward. Dress up, go, be seen. That's all it takes. All you got to do is just be seen. Hey, Miss Nene. Um, who else in here? I hope I didn't miss nobody. The Black Barbie. So y'all, what's going on? Hey, Paige T Clean. I'm good. Miss South Memphis. I'm good, girl. I'm good. I don't see any of the people that we support on here right now. Oh, okay. So it feel good out. Y'all, don't y'all know I sat in my car and I was consistently taking my hair down. Oh, I really look a hot mess. I'm gonna finish it tomorrow though. Maybe I'll finish it tonight. Because I like to treat my hair. I like to treat my hair. Um, I was just on the borderline of your city last weekend. Really, where were you at? Hey, Miss Clarinetta. So y'all, what's been going on? Like I said, we want to talk about this is happy hour. Let's talk about some fun stuff. Let's talk about dating. Ladies, y'all want to talk about dating? No? Yeah, okay, we could talk about anything. Pretty Brown TV said, "Hey, Pretty Brown TV." 'Cause Miss Tierney says she wants to date a man in uniform, preferably a police officer. That's what she said. Okay, you was right outside of Tupelo. It feels like your head is breathing. Yep, that's what it is. Okay, so you said you want to talk about dating. Mm, yeah, it's hard dating. It is. It's very hard to date because people really don't want to date no more. They just want to. They just kind of want to hook up and that's it. It's okay if you want to talk about. Okay, well, we could talk about anything. It's happy hour. We just talk about anything. Yeah, you know what? I like Tupelo. I do. I like Tupelo. I've always like really like men do look handsome in uniform, especially when they're built nicely. Yeah, they do, and not sloppy. But they do like you will never see a fireman that is out of shape. Now their uniform. Now police officers are supposed to stay in shape, but child, I think they demand that with the firemen. I don't know why they don't demand it with the police officers. Exactly. That's sad. Dating is very important so you can learn about a person. Yeah, but people don't like to date though. For some reason, they don't. I do. Get to know people, feel them out, and see. Okay, uh, is this person worthy of being in my space? I don't just let people, come to my house, stuff like that. I don't just go to people's houses because I'm very finicky about that. Because you go into their house, you might not come out. So I weigh all those options. Yes, I wear uniform, girl. That was um they was watching me last night. It was so quiet, no shooting. I went to sleep fast. Okay. Are you both? Are you Yes, I'm on both channels because I don't see you're probably on the second channel, the Black Barbie. That's probably what it is. Yeah, my baby's father is a fireman. He fine, girl. We need to go get him. You don't want him back? Tyranny, you don't want him back? They don't date anymore. It went back to coding. That's what it is. I tell you, that's what it is. They don't went back to coding. I tell you. Even when you was coding, I guess your man would take you out or something, right? Says, what happened to going steady? Ain't heard of that in a while. I know people don't want to be steady. Everybody is afraid of their feelings. I'm afraid of gaining feelings for somebody else. Cause I think the excuse a lot of men use I was gonna say is that I want to date several women. They ain't dating no several women. They can't even get that. Don't Okay. As they get older, they ain't got that stamina that they once had. They ain't trying to be sticking no 2, 3 women. Trust me. They lucky to be sticking one several times a week if they have the energy. So it's just a bunch of crap. Shan said she dated a fireman, a drunk, and a whore. I told y'all what I heard about firemen, but they do be fine now. I be looking at them. Cause see, I'm gonna tell you something. I love a man's arms. I'm telling you, I do. I love a man's arms. So if I look at his arms and he's got nice arms and stuff, and then they tatted up, I be trying to contain myself when they nice arms and then they're tatted up. Um, I ain't talking about just tattoos on every spot. I'm just saying they got some tattoos on their arms and their arms are nice. That's sexy. And most firemen they stay in shape. They do. They stay in shape. He said he was fine, fine. Uh-oh. Yeah, I look at the arms. I look at their arms and I look at their fingernails. I don't like no man with no first. Well, you got to make sure they're not painted because you know now you got men that like to wear fingernail polish. Oh, yeah, y'all hit the like button. It ain't but a few of us in here, but we can make it. We're gonna be just fine. It's probably only ladies in here. It's a late, so we get to talk freely. We get to talk freely about some stuff. Tell me more about this OnlyFans count movement. Have you heard or read about what's going on? Oh, what happened? They are saying that me are, huh? What about OnlyFans? What happened? They said the OnlyFans count movement. Tamara, them arms let me know he can do some push-ups in his in this act. You know, somebody told me that when men are muscular like that, especially when they work out all the time, you would think now if they worked out, they would have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Stamina. There goes Cypress. I thought that they had a lot of stamina, but I've heard women say when they're exercise freaks, they don't last. They can't last but 3 minutes. I don't want no man. Oh, ooh, okay, stop me, Lord. That can't go longer than 3 minutes. It's a waste of my time. It's some pimping in here, man. Oh Lord, Cypress, somebody done went and woke him up. Somebody went and woke him up. I read it. It's somebody going around deliberately giving women on the platform transmitted diseases. Oh my God. But why would they be messing around? Why would women be so when they're on their only fans, are they on there having SEX? So what do they be doing on OnlyFans? Is that like a porn show? Do they be on their OnlyFans page having like a porn show? Tyranny says you got to know how to pick them. Mm. My Joy Loves God said, "Hey, Joy Loves God." So, do they have sex on their OnlyFans page? Is that what be going on? They allow that? Jesus Christ. Tierney says, you got to know how to pick them, Nene Lloyd. She says, I don't know about that stuff, Tamara. Has anybody else heard what T Clean is talking about? OnlyFans movement are exposed videos of victims living with lifelong diseases. OnlyFans movement are exposed videos of victims living with lifelong diseases. OnlyFans movement. Oh, see, I don't know anything about that. When I think of OnlyFans, I think of OnlyFans, like a OnlyFans page. That's what I think of, like a OnlyFans page. Like I don't know anything about an OnlyFans movement. It's funny how the kettle is calling the pot black, flying out. See, Clean, what you talking about? Mama G says, happy hour on Saturday night with beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Now, tell me more about the OnlyFans page. I thought the OnlyFans page is when women go on there, they expose themselves. I didn't know that they were on there having sex. It's a consequence for every single thing you do. Well, that's the truth. It's definitely a consequence for every single thing that we do. It's always a consequence. It's always. It's always a consequence for everything that we do. I promise to God it is for every single thing. Okay? For every single thing. That's why people need to choose wisely. They need to choose wisely. Tyranny says, most of the time, the real ugly ones are the winners. Um, Pretty TV says, hey T Clean. Clarinetta says, it's Dolph. We talk about Dolph all the time. We talk about Dolph all of the time. That's what we talk about all the time. That's the reason why it's lightheartedness tonight. Like we're doing like a happy hour. Um, yes, if you guys have not hit the like button, please do hit the like button. She said you must dig deep before you leap. Ain't that the God's truth? Ain't that the God's truth? Paige C. Clean, you flying out to where? I'm trying to get an understanding of what Paige C. Clean talking about. She said she flying out. Flying out to where? Um, he says, my happy hour is me laying in my bed. Okay. The Black Barber says, I had go out and come back. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And I think that's what people need to understand. There is a consequence for everything that you do. I don't think people choose wisely. I don't think that they choose wisely. And I think it's so unfortunate because I feel like most people um they don't choose wisely because she says, see, not all night. I don't think most people choose wisely because, they feel like their life means nothing. They feel like they don't have anything to lose. And I think that's why they don't really choose wisely in what they do. But everybody's life is worth something. You know, some consequences are worse than others. And if it's a consequence that takes you away from, from your life, ends your life early or puts you in jail or something like that, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. My mom G says, as my uncle would say, because I'm on a diet, that doesn't mean I can't look at the menu. Um, Nini Loyal says, there are some men that are flying women out from the OnlyFans platform just to deliberately give them sexually transmitted diseases that they can't get rid of. But why would women be allowing men that they don't know to fly them out? That's what I can't understand. Why would women be allowing men that they know anything about to fly them out? It's too much stuff out there, first of all, for people to just be mingling with anybody. It ain't fun no more. I think people think that it's cute, to be laying up with any and everybody. I mean, it ain't cute. At some point, people have to, um, at some point, people have to be mature. People have to be mature. They want to say, I got flued out. Well, why don't you just get the money up and fly yourself out? But people don't do that. And even if you're gonna let somebody fly you out, why would you be going flying out with somebody and not using some type of protection? At this point, you got to be out your darn mind if you let anybody touch you without a condom. When I said fly out, you're talking about flued out. Okay. Yeah, okay. See, I don't look at that OnlyFans stuff because I thought that OnlyFans stuff was basically women that was, showing their getting naked, showing their fans, naked pictures or um all of that. I ain't into that OnlyFans stuff, period. Mhm. I'm not into that OnlyFans stuff at all. Um, HC Clean, where did you hear about that at? Because I want to pull that up. Because this is what women need to be aware of. Basically, what did you hear about that at? Who is Jason? Who is Jason? Another young man that I was going to have on. I asked him if he would come onto my platform because he was talking about he's actually got several diseases and he's very open about it to include H to the I to the V. And he's very open about how he got it. You know, on Tuesday, Jason Wiggins' platform is when I first heard it, but I didn't research it. Oh, wow. No, I think this is something we all need to start talking about more. I think it's something we need to start talking about more. See his page. Does he have a YouTube channel? Does Jason Wiggins have a YouTube channel? Page T Clean. That's Jason Wiggins. Oh, Instagram. Okay. See, ladies, this is the type of stuff that we have to be aware of. See it. Tina says, my dad thought me good taught me good common sense. Yeah, that's true. I don't see his page, but I'm gonna get ready to show y'all the other little guy page right here. His name is Joshua B. And I've been trying to get him to come on to my show to talk about, him living with H to the I to the V, you know, and how he actually contracted it. Like I said, he's very open with it on his channel. He's very open about what he had gone through. And he says he's, just now starting to talk about it more. He's in his 20s. It says page T Clean 5 and nope. Page T Clean, I see a Jason Wiggins. That's time. Um, Pumpkin says, hello, Tam in chat. Nene Loyal says, never mind about the channel. I'm already subbed up to that channel, Tamara. I see it. I wonder why I don't see it. Are you talking about Jason Wiggins? Because I don't see it. I'm trying to sub to Jason Wiggins so I can send him a message. She says, came over here to hit the like button. I think that's something we have to start talking about more because I think people are just walking around blindly, like they can't die or like there aren't a whole lot of different diseases and stuff out there. People are just they just kind of don't care. And it's amazing to me how older people are completely being completely irresponsible as it relates to their life. Um, and these are a lot of the things that you have to think about when you start dating and all of that. You have to think about those things. Nini says, never mind. I tell you. I told y'all that I was reading that um, older men now, like in their 60s and 70s, are bringing their wives home H to the I to the V because they're tricking off on young girls. You know, I had to go hit that like over on that channel too. Which channel are you talking about, Nene Loyal? Are you talking about on my second channel? People don't value or respect their bodies, just giving themselves. I wonder why I can't see the link. I can't see it. She said she found. Send it to me on Facebook. Send it to me on my Facebook page. Real Talk with Tamara. Send it to me on my Facebook page. It says your other channel that you live on too. Oh, that I'm live on too. Yeah. Street World Live. Okay, let me see. Street World Live. Think you'll have to send it to my Facebook. Street has it up on his. Oh, Street World Live. Oh, okay. I don't see any of those channels. He has the last part. I don't see any of those channels. You said Street World Live. I don't see that channel. You said Jason. Look in the shorts. Is that on YouTube? Page She Clean. Is that on YouTube? What's up, Melvin? What's going on? She said, look in the shorts. Hmm. I did hear about the women going over to Jamaica. And when they get over to Jamaica, they mess with those Jamaican men. And I do know, I don't know if they've started now, but I do know Jamaica don't treat H to the I to the V. They said that the drug, at one time they said that the drug was too expensive and you was gonna die from it anyways. And I think people need to start. If you notice they don't speak, tell your moderators to post it. They would have to have the link. I can't even find it myself. Are you saying that the name of the channel is Street World Live? Is that the name of the channel, Street World Live? Because I was looking for it myself. Better start asking these ninjas for. I'm telling you, that's what you better do. That's what you better do. That's what you better do. Because I see now more and more people are starting to, croak over from throat cancer. Mm, you better be careful. I'm telling you, you better be careful about who you let kiss you, because it's people contracting cancer from, you know, certain diseases in the throat. So she said, shit, the first date should be I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like I've seen before, though, and people are so irresponsible. You hear people talking about cold to the vid, right? You hear people talking about cold to the vid. And I think that is just a distraction. Lord have mercy. She says, and with the way men are in this decade, you got to ask if they've been with another man. And they get very offended if you ask them that. I can't understand. I mean, men get very offended if you ask them, have you, ever had some type of experience with another man? I mean, they get firing mad. They say it's disrespectful, but I think they don't understand as women now with people just doing anything. I don't, you know, I don't think it's men ask women if they've been with other women and they think it's cute. So what's wrong with a woman asking a man, have you ever experimented with another man in your past? Like, have you ever had any thoughts of being with another man? They get mad when you ask them that. I don't know why though, because I think it's necessary to talk about. So you have a lot of women that are afraid to ask men, certain questions. Well, I ain't gonna ask him because he's gonna get mad. A man will ask you exactly what he wants to ask you. Okay, that's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna ask you exactly what he wants to ask you. I ain't no real big kisser either. If I kiss a guy, I gotta almost love him because I ain't into all that slobbing and stuff. Tierney says, no offense, but a lot of men give me gay vibes. A lawyer says, in this day and age, you should ask men that because it's a lot of men going. I mean, you hear a lot of men say now that, they don't believe in, you know, male or female. They are like asexual. I'm asexual. It's or something they call it, or sapiosexual. It's got I'm attracted to intelligence. I mean, that right there should, if you should already know at that point, run for the border. Anytime about somebody go, I don't, I'm attracted to intelligence. It could be a man or a woman. Well, there it is right there. But they're trying to make that, they're trying to desensitize you as it relates to that, right? Well, we shouldn't be judgmental as long as sometimes he might feel like, if you feel like you want to be with a man, what's wrong with that? We're all human beings. I mean, to each his own. To each his own, but I mean, mm-mm. See, clean that. I was waiting for her to put the link in there so that we could see what she was talking about. Nene Lawyer says, yes, you guys, please do hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Please like, share, and subscribe. Right. I need to know because I don't want to share my man, especially not with another man. I know that's right. T Clean, we was waiting for you to put that link in the chat. Here go Mr. Parker. She said she had to go find it. What's going on, Mr. Parker? The Black Barber says, right, Joy loves God. You found it? Did you send it to me on Facebook so that I can pull it up? Or on Instagram on Real Talk with Tamara? He says, waiting on the police. Merch worked on my truck and kept going, child. 3.5 hours going to get gas, shaking my head, talking. I cleaned it up and wanted all the money, didn't do all the work. Somebody got your car and was sis waiting on the police. Meech. Meech worked on my truck and kept going. so, so he took off in your truck for 3.5 hours? Mr. Parker, what you talking about? We having serious conversations in here tonight. We having a serious conversation. Positive Vibe says the media is pushing that blank agenda so much. The media is attaching that to our black men. Yeah, but whatever happened to restraints though? Like it's almost like people are not trying to withhold. They're not trying to well, I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with that. I think women need to talk about that. I think what I see is this is what I see. I know some women don't have issues with a man going both ways, but I believe that they're trying to push that agenda, as the norm. As for me, as for me now, I don't see anything normal about it. I don't see anything normal about it. Um, since you're talking about this is people and had changed clothes now sending in threats. Oh Lord. Oh, okay, she said check my gram. Okay. See it. You said check my gram. I don't see it. Gram or the Facebook? Because I don't see nothing on the gram. Um, he says we're talking about gay men. I had a guy that used to do my hair. I was looking at him earlier today on Facebook. He used to do my hair and he was a very good hairstylist. When I say do my hair, like he still does hair. That man was flamboyant. He was openly GAY. He was openly, and I mean he was he was flaming. Okay, he was flaming. And um he got married. Okay, he got married and I mean he's been married now for 20 years to a woman. But I guess it takes he's a preacher and everything now, but I guess it takes a strong woman to marry a man and they seem to be very happy. They seem to be very happy, but it takes a strong woman to marry a man that has been in that lifestyle. I couldn't do it. Page C Clean, I don't see it. I don't have no requests from you or nothing. I don't know why. Look at BEO looking and when it got dressed up. I mean, he dressed up too. Positive Vibe says, they can do some hair. Yeah, they can do. I mean, and he's very good on hair care, and he's still very good to this day. He don't live around the Memphis area no more. When him and his wife got married, they moved on out the Memphis area. But I was looking at another guy that does hair, and my cousin was going with him. My gay cousin and him dated for some years. And I see he done went and married him a woman recently, and she's getting ready to say, "No, okay, let me stop." They starting a family. They're starting a family. And my cousin was just dating him, but he says that he's been delivered. If a person say that they've been delivered, who am I to say that they haven't? But um, I just don't think I would be able to get that image out of my head of a man that I'm with or married to. Uh, y'all, I don't mean to be graphic, but oh Lord, just let me say this. And I don't mean to be graphic, but I wouldn't be able to get out of my head a man that I've been with taking more dick than me. Okay, has taken more dick than me. Okay, um, I just I can't get that. I wouldn't be able to get that out my head. His wife ain't never got to worry about her hair. Well, that's true. She ain't got to worry about her hair. But hey, I listen. If people change, I guess. I, I mean, I guess people change, but I mean, I, I've heard women justify. They go, but if a man can accept a woman that has been with another woman, why shouldn't a woman be able to accept a man that has been with another man? Hey, I don't listen. To each his own. It's whatever. It's whatever. I'm with you, Tamara, the hell with that peanut butter. I'm telling you, I ain't. I just, mm, it just ain't for me. And people try to say you being judgmental, but it just ain't for me. It ain't for me. Mm-mm. The Black Barber says, I'll get mad. Then the floodgates open for my mouth. Hell hurt me bad for my words. People got to do what works for them. Yeah, people have to do what works for them. I mean, if they're happy, some people can deal with that. They don't have issues with it. Um, I do for me. People just do stuff for attention. They don't got good sense to be normal. I tell you. What's up, Mr. Dominic? What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Dominic? Um, you're on your way to Florida. You stay traveling all over the country. You stay traveling. Hold on, y'all. Let me look at some. I'm tired. Be quiet. You all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Um, Positive Vibe says, "Ain't nothing sexy about men being stuck together." They say, I've heard people say, when they deliver, but I mean, but if you've lived that lifestyle, if you've been a man that has been flamboyantly living that lifestyle for a very long time, you've been flamboyant with it. All of a sudden, for whatever reasons, you change. I mean, d- can you really can you really turn that off? Could you, if you've been living that lifestyle for a while and you've been all you've done is mess around with men, can you go marry a woman and be faithful to her? Well, no, I mean that's interesting to me. Hey, if I was the well, I would never be the woman, but you know, I just, I don't know. To the women that do it, hey, that I don't know. Mm. Hey, Angel, the real boss. Where's Cypress at? I thought I saw Cypress come in here. He must have bagged on out the bushes. Bagged on in the bushes. Yeah, I'm taking man. So that shit weird. I wouldn't want to talk to a woman who knowingly dated a gay nigga. Mm, mm. Well, I hear that that's the norm now. I do. I hear that that's the norm. It's turning into the norm now. That's what I've heard. That is turning into the norm. Now that's what I've heard. Tim, let's talk about this. I was young and I was messing with a hood guy that messed with my hairdresser. That's why I can't play around with those men. I question everything. So was your hairdresser a man? Was your hairdresser a man? Oh Lord Jesus. Miss Kim is a man. Wow. Mm, mm. So when you was going with him, I mean, so the guy that you was going with, what I would ask you what part of Memphis he was from, but I'm not gonna do it. Mm, mm. Oh yeah. There'd be so much trouble taking these braids out. And there'd be a whole heap of them. She said the man, he dead now, I tell you. Lord have mercy. Dominique says, Joy loves God, about to help these people love. Dominique said, get some coffee. Mhm. Where's Cypress at? He disappeared out the chat. Came into the chat, and and then he disappeared. Hey, Mr. Kevin Felder, we're just talking. It's like happy hour tonight. I finished working. I'm talking and taking braids down. Said Miss Kim's sister told me to call Kim phone, and he picked up. Oh Lord. So did Kim know that you all were dating? They said Cypress said this topic not for him tonight. He got gone. Yeah, I don't care how many braids I take down. It seems like it be about, I don't know, it seems like I got 1,000 more. Well, even with one side almost down. Yes, we was young, having fun back then, but I felt dirty for years. Oh wow. Mm. What's up, Miss Catalea? Where did Miss Paige T. Clean go? Because I want to show that on my channel. He said because it's the size of my head. That's exactly what it is too. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Nothing much. How are y'all doing this night? I'm doing really good tonight, Catalea. I'm doing real good. I was kind of stressed a little bit earlier because I was out working. I don't like sitting in a spot too long, especially when it gets dark. But I was able to break off early tonight, and so I get to rest tomorrow. He said, "Big head women be the best kind." Oh Lord, she said that's good to know. Kevin and Nene, TT, them little peanut head women, evil. Lord have mercy. Y'all stop banking with Bank of Assassins, Wells Foucault, and Public National crooks. What's Public National? What happened? Dominique, what happened? I never heard of Public National. I never heard of Public National. Why you say stop banking with them? What happened? Because if you ask me, they all really pretty bad. Public National PNC, I just call them that because they suck. They keep getting fined for fraud and high interest. Let me tell y'all something. It ain't even good to have credit cards now. You know, it's a darn shame when they're charging like 30 to 35, and people don't pay attention to that. Anytime you start charging 30 to 35% interest on a credit card, you don't even need it. That's highway robbery. That should really be illegal. I tell you, this is Bank of America. I call them Bank of America always getting lawsuits because of something that some type of discriminatory situations. And the people win. That's suing. Mm-hmm. Wells Fargo fired 50,000 people over 3 years for fraud and racism. Lord have mercy. Y'all ever seen The Devil You Know with Omar Epps? Now, I've never seen The Devil You Know with Omar Epps. He says they style. Credit cards are modern day loan sharks. Yes, they are. I cuss my wife out every cuss my wife out every 1 month after I pay her bills. Why in the heck these damn balances don't come out? Because it's not designed for it to come out. You really need to just start paying them off. The way to get it is not to charge over half your credit card bill and just double your bill and pay it off because it'll never come down. It's on Amazon. It's a good movie. I'm gonna look at it. I gotta use my military skills in Florida. They got alligators. Yeah, they sure do. They said that the alligators just been walking around freely in Florida. They said that the alligators have just been walking around freely in Florida. Hmm. I just use them to get stuff for the grandbabies, shaking my damn head. It's probably just good not to use. And then when you don't use them, when you pay the balance off and you don't use them, they would threaten to close the account and then turn around and say it's gonna take your credit down. Like it's gonna mess with your credit if they close the account if you don't charge something on it. So the way to do that oftentimes is to go charge something that costs $10 and just pay it off. Not just credit card. I'm talking about the banks as a whole are charging payday loan interest. Why people would ever? Well, I mean, I don't know people's situation, but that payday loan, I don't think that the payday loan stuff is designed for you to ever be able to pay them back. That's how they get rich if you cannot pay back the payday loan, right? Therefore, they start charging you with all types of interest and late fees and stuff like that. If people can help it, because I know around my area, the payday loans started going out. Businesses they had started going out of business, and I was like, that's a good thing. It's still some up, but I was like, that's a good thing because it used to be one on every corner. People going, and that's when people was really going to the casino real heavy. Folks don't go to the casino like that anymore because they ain't got no money to go. When they was getting those payday loans, they was going and losing their check at the casino and then going and writing out a check at the payday loan place and still, wasn't able to pay it back. People were trading in their car, giving their car titles. That's just sad if you got a gambling issue and you going and you got your car title, having to turn in your car title. It says, tell me why my client never talk. Now he talking about he wanna see your face. Tell him I look like Aquanisha tonight. I tell you. He says, and top. Wells Fargo Mortgage Department closing down. Mm, Wells Fargo is a place. I never liked Wells Fargo. I never liked Wells Fargo. They said Tierney, he talking. She said he never talk, and he talking. Tierney, you say you working over there in Southwind? Mm, mm, oh, Lord have mercy. He says, think about the concept of interest. I give you 100, but you ask for 120 back. Remember, on $100 in circulation. Mm, mm-mm. I think now, the let's see, if the interest fees and stuff are 35%. But see, a lot of people don't pay attention to how those interest fees are. Hmm. Now hold on one second. I need to get the scissors. Maybe if I get the scissors and cut. Y'all move. Y'all hold on one second. Woo! Hold on one second. And I'm just waiting on Paige T. Clean to send me that link. She said she sent it to me on Instagram. She didn't send it to me. I don't see it. She said she dropped it in the chat. I ain't see it in the chat because normally when you drop a link in the chat, it won't show up, but it'll go for me to approve it. So it'll go to the approved so that I can approve it. Um, Kevin Felder says, so true, brother. And the worst part is banks pay you from other folks. They also have in debt to them. Sorry, giving financial advice today. Tired seeing my people struggling. Y'all don't have to put me in timeout. Dominique, I didn't know that you were a financial person. I thought you were a truck driver. I never heard you speak about being a financial person the whole time you've been in the chat. Kevin Felder says, Dominique, so true, brother. And the worst part is banks pay you from other folks. They also have in debt to them. And they will sell your contract. They will sell your contract to somebody else. They will sell your contract to somebody else. But if you want to, the way to do that is, I know a lot of people like to go to like finance people, but the way to do that is when you have credit cards, what you have to do is start from the lowest balance all the way, start with the lowest balance and just start paying them off and don't charge on them again. Kenny said he's a financial advisor. I didn't know that. I got financial advisors in here. I am Miss Tamara. Remember, I called this week and said we could do an interview. I got a accounting and finance degree. I didn't know that. Kenny said he's a finance advisor too. But that's what people need to do. It's so easy to get over budgeted. It's real easy because you'll take them credit cards and max them out quick. and then you be trying to pay them, and then people pay the minimum on their credit cards, and the balance just never goes down if you pay the minimum because they're gonna get their interest fee and whatever else they charging first. So you mess around and you paying the minimum on your credit card bill, and it's probably $30. By the time they get through with their fees and stuff, it's probably about $8 going to the principal of it. That's why it's never going down. Depending on how high their interest rate is. Mhm. I ain't gonna be able to go to sleep tonight because I got some things that I gotta do before I go to sleep. I got some things that I gotta do. Yeah, YouTube is one of I've never seen anything like I've seen on YouTube. You got to have these folks sent to jail. And that's what I'm gonna do. I promise to God. These people are sickly, sickly ill. They are. It's a lot of people on here that's sickly ill. And they are um they have a determination on violations, on violating federal laws and things of that nature. And I have a determination on having them sent to jail. That's just I'm way more determined than them. And I think I'm winning. I just ain't loud with it, but I'm way more determined than them. I've never in my life seen a bunch of old ass motherfuckers get on here and how they crash out. They flat foot crashing out on here. Yeah, just very ill, sickly ill, sickly ill. Um, Catalina says a mass pow pow and just blocks away from TSU during the homecoming festivals. He said, let it be cuffing season. Well, one thing for sure, I'm telling y'all, it's October. So what's get ready to happen is it's October. Now these motherfuckers is low down. That's what they are. And so you have to make them lose everything they got. That's what you have to do. You have to make them lose everything they have and have their asses sent to jail. People, when you have YouTube channels and things of that nature, you have to ensure that you put some money aside for a lawyer. Okay, because then once that lawyer starts sending in shit, that's when bitches start losing their jobs. You have to send them back to the fucking projects. Okay, you have to make them destitute. And then once you start filing lawsuits, you get the feds involved. Believe it or not, I know a lot of people don't think that there's an interest, but there's definitely an interest when you have lawyers. Okay, you get you a lawyer, especially when federal laws are being violated, and you send them bitches, you send them back to the projects. Okay, because there's no way in the world that I would ever get on here if I had a job. Some people don't need jobs. They need them, but I guess they don't, a lot of them got bills and got kids. You can't pay bills in jail. You can't pay bills in jail. And so when people have a determination on violating you, you supposed to have a determination on making sure you take it as far as you can go, but you have to do it legally. It's a process. It is. It's a process. All you have to do see, I got time this year. I was kind of messed up last year because my dad had died the year before. He was sick. Last year he died. I was depressed, but I got time this year. I think I'm gonna win. As a matter of fact, I'm already winning. They just don't know it yet, but they gonna know. Well, no, but these bitches ain't no better. Okay, these bitches ain't no better. And the sad thing about it is they probably would have more to lose than some of these dudes. So I was gonna go to bed tonight, but I got some business to handle when I get off of here. And I'm gonna make sure it's handled. These old ass bitches crashing out like 40 going north. It's a sickness, but I'm gonna put it to death this year. I promise you I am. These motherfuckers ain't mentally ill. They just used to getting away with what they've been doing. It ain't gonna be no different than what's going on. See, I wonder who gonna be the first to tell to when they start turning on and telling on each other, because that's what's getting ready to happen. That's what's getting ready to happen. Y'all would be surprised when all of this stuff is over. I'm gonna bring people on here to yeah, because that'll be something that we'll start talking about as it relates to some stuff, how you can check some stuff, how you can look into when, because people are breaking federal laws. And when you break federal laws, the feds do get involved. That's why they're federal laws. So what you have to do is what you just have to do. It's a process, okay, and just follow through with the process. Mr. Parker says, Catalina, unfortunately, because she doesn't. Tamara, you finish your. I promise to God. I promise to God. I've been pretty quiet because I find when I'm quiet and I know that I'm being proactive, it brings me peace. But they just keep fucking with me. I can't stand for a bitch to um to try and play in my face like I don't know what they doing. Okay. Um, Kinda unfortunately because she doesn't have a husband to body bag a few of them. Tell me if it, yes I am. I'm already showing them. Hmm. Like I said, a bunch of old ass folks crashing out. Um, I look at some of these folks, these old rust ass folks, as they act like a bunch of kids. As long as kids think that they can get away with something, they keep doing it right. And I think that's kind of what's been happening on here. People have been consistently doing things because they've just been getting away with it. And just for me, because I've been paying attention for a while now. Me and some more people have been paying attention and doing some things. Um, but um, what I found is, especially as I kind of watch a few things, people are able to get away with quite a bit of what they do on here because folks have been doing dirt together. So when they start turning on each other, they can't really do much because they all got something. A lot of them have something on each other, so they dare not follow through with a process because you know a lot of what they've done is gonna come out. Okay, basically a lot of people, yeah, but a lot of people their hands are not clean, so they cannot follow through with processes as it relates to violations. And so, and so I am though, and I have been. And so, like I said, I don't really say a lot about it because I have been. But these folks over on here twisted for real. They twisted. Yeah, hold on. Okay. She says, but remember when I don't say nothing, they don't know what I'm thinking. I got a whole damn channel chasing me. They pull my damn channel, but yet they copyright people. Shit. Mm, right? When you don't say nothing, I mean, you have to let them think they win it. That's what you have to do. You have to let them, you have to make them think they win. I mean, you can been getting away with stuff for so long, you do think that you win it. A lot of these people, uh, like I said, they think that they think they can outsmart law enforcement. That's what they think. Kevin Felder says, no honor amongst thieves, but just like kids, that belt to ass will make them get some act right. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Y'all, with all of the braids that I have taken down, okay? Well, all of the braids that I've taken down, it feels like just one little part, like just one little piece in the front. And I've been taking braids down for hours, and it's only one little piece in the front. It seemed like one little part in the front that I finished. She said, "Stay being like you've been being, Tamara." No, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Hmm. Um, that's true, Nene Lawyer. God always have me covered. It's so funny because when people do stuff because of the favor that I have on my life, when they say it or when they do it, I already know, you know, what group they in, what group they rock with, the types of shit that they do, the type of shit that they've been doing on this YouTube. I be already knowing. Um Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? Please hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. I already be knowing. Mhm. When I tell you these folks on here twisted, these motherfuckers twisted. And what you have to do is send them back to the projects. A lot of them are already in there. Okay, and since they can't get rid of that mentality, you may as well just go ahead and send them back anyways, because you know, this little ninja with the pop and his shit must finally be sleep or high. Thank God I'm about to yuck some mother son up. I tell you. Ooh, child. Mm. So other than that though, y'all, what else been going on tonight? What else has been going on in the YouTube streets? I know people are back talking about Diddy. I don't know. I think they're trying to teach Diddy a lesson. That's what I think. I think that they're trying to teach Diddy a lesson, but I don't think Diddy gonna do the type of time that R. Kelly is doing. How long has R. Kelly been in jail for now? Like 3 or 4 years? At some point, I think that they're gonna let R. Kelly out because I think they said R. Kelly got like 30 some years. I think they said that R. Kelly got like 30 something years. Hmm. You thought that R. Kelly was getting out? I think Diddy's gonna get out. I think they just trying to. I think they're just trying to teach Diddy a lesson. That's what I think. I think that they're trying to teach Diddy a lesson. Hmm. Yeah, they said radio legend Wanda Smith had passed away. Oh wow. I remember when her and Cat Williams got into it. Hmm. Yeah, I be constantly looking at these boots coming down my timeline. Hmm. Nene Lawyer says the need to get the people we don't see and don't know their names, get them and Diddy. Tierney says, Lord, I'm so ready to go home and get in my bed. I'm so glad I don't have to do anything tomorrow. I'm so glad I don't have to do anything. I was so happy tonight that my assignment ended with that company. And the only reason why I took that case is because um, I've been trying to network with a lot of different investigative companies because I normally don't take contracted work like that because they don't pay me what I'm, they don't really pay us. It's hard for them to contract out work too. But I wanted to work with that company, but I had to get them straight though, because like I told them, I don't babysit now. If it ain't no movement, I'm not getting ready to be out here all night long in the boondocks. just because y'all want to build the client. Mm-mm. If it's no movement, I gotta go. They need to get the people we don't see and don't know their names, get them and Diddy. That's true. I think that Diddy, don't y'all know they said Clive Davis is in his 90s? I had no idea that Clive Davis was in his 90s. So I wonder how long, they was talking about him and Diddy having a relationship. I was like, well, hell, him and Diddy was having a relationship. Clive Davis, what could he do to Diddy? He probably ain't been able to do nothing in a long time. Unless Diddy was doing it to him. Maybe Diddy was doing it to him since he been maybe that's the problem. Clive Davis in his 90s and Diddy don't, maybe, Diddy don't want to do it to him no more. And he take offense to that. When they get old, he might not be able to hold his bowels and stuff. And Diddy don't want to be bothered with that. Him shitting all over him. That's probably what it is. Because, I mean, I just seem like what's going on with Diddy is way more personal. I always said it. I said, I wonder who, hey, Bill Johnson. I was like, I wonder who it is that Diddy, I was like, I wonder who it is that Diddy made mad. I wonder who it is that Diddy made mad. Nene Lawyer says they got stuff to make them work. They got all their money. Okay. They said Clive groomed Andre Harrell. Andre groomed Diddy. Diddy groomed Usher and Bieber. Listen, Gene Deal had been said that, and I believed him, that Diddy and Clive Davis used to pray together. And I believe it. I believe every word of it. I had no idea when I looked Clive Davis up. I was like, because folks said Clive Davis ain't saying nothing. And I was one of them. Let me see. I'm ready to see exactly how old he is. He was born in 1932. Ooh, April 4th, 1932. He 92 years old. And that's what's going on. Y'all, that's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. I said he has dementia. Cypress says they used to pray together. They used to pray together. Well, I think that's what was going on. Diddy, he probably still want to have the same relations. He 90 years old now, wearing a diaper. Diddy don't want to clean him, and shit jumping out on him and stuff. And maybe Diddy just he feel like it ain't worth it no more. And so Clive making some things happen. He taking offense to it. He said they used to pray together. Telling you. Mm-mm. Y'all, that's what's going on. I'm telling you, that's what's going on. I'm looking around, it's dry and as hell in this house, but they got good water here. Tyranny, Tyranny, you must do home care or something. Do you do home care? You need lawyers in Cyprus. There you are. Tamara was looking for you a while. Cypress be in the bushes. Cypress heard me calling his name. He be in the bushes. Hey, Monica. Oh, okay. What are you, a CNA? A CNA, Miss Tyranny? It says Cypress, there you are. Tamara was looking for you. Cypress be in the bushes. When any lawyer says Cypress say he gotta pop out and show niggas. He said he left. What you do? Go to the store, Cypress? You went to the store? You went to the liquor store before they closed up? Went to the liquor store. Watching lovers do that thing. Ooh, that's the time. Hold on, y'all. What I do with my other phone? I hope I didn't leave it out there. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, guys. I done left my phone up there in my car. That's what I did. Oh, okay, Tyranny. Dominique says the next $100 billing better be for blacks in America for reparations, not Ukraine. I tell you. Hmm. Mm. And she said telling the puppies to go to sleep. Oh yeah. I'm so happy. I get to get up in the morning and go and exercise and chill. It's me. I haven't. I be needing to chill. I be so happy when I can get like a day at home, like a whole day to just chill and not have to do anything other than whatever it is that I need to do around the house, and I could just lay on the couch and drink tea and look at movies. She says, Tierney, tell him you ain't help talking about the movie. Well, y'all probably not gonna want to do it, but y'all, I wish y'all would go and look at the movie. Um, I wish I would go and look at the movie, The Moses of Her People. The Moses of Her People. The Harriet Tubman story. Yeah, it sounds real good, but they're not gonna do it. It's gonna be interesting to see how this election turns out. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this election actually turns out. Hmm. You know, I think we get. I haven't been talking about that election a lot. I have not been talking about that election a lot because I still, even with black people being all amped up, what are we asking for other than the excitement of, you know, the thought of electing a woman that looks like you, not identify with you, but she just looks like you. Has she been asked? Has there been any demands made as far as if you want my vote, this is what we need for you to want. This is if you want my vote, this is what you got to do for my community. Can you deliver it? Will you deliver that? No, we just strictly moving on emotion. She gonna be the first woman, black woman. They still call that lady a black woman. She gonna be the first black woman. She won't be the first black woman if she wins because she identifies more with being an Indian, which it ain't nothing wrong with that. But I just wish black people could get that through their heads, right? But there still has not been any demands made as it relates to our race at all. Like I said, we strictly move on emotion. Um, you got that right, Bill Johnson. We all gotta stay prayed up. We all gotta stay prayed up. As long as you can get people to move on emotions, you don't really have to you keep them on that type of time. They don't ask for nothing. I can't understand that. You keep them on that emotional type time. We don't ask for anything. We don't make no demands for anything at all. Mm. My Nene lawyer says she ain't did shit while in there. What she got for us if she get in there? Mm. She hadn't said that she was gonna do. She has not said that she was gonna do anything for us. She ought to be able to do something as the vice president. If the vice president has no power, then there's no need in even having a vice president. Maybe they should change that. If the vice president has no power, then there's no need to even be paying the vice president tax dollars. Just one of them croak over, just we all decide, just vote somebody else in. Hell, don't have the vice president there lying dormant, paying them for nothing. Mm. Oh, they done gave away everything to others except Americans. It seemed they only for migrants and the rainbow folks. No disrespect, just speaking facts. Um, what's up, Tyranny? I'm back here to see who's calling my phone. She literally said, I'm not going to anything just for black people. No, that is verbatim quote. And that's when they should say, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because each community has a different need. Is she? Don't she know that? She's supposed to have an agenda. Well, actually, we're supposed to have an agenda. Each community has a different need, and you would think that we would have some representatives, but I guess we don't need none. We need to come together and speak for ourselves. Because the representatives of the black communities ain't never did nothing but sold out for a liver cheese sandwich. That's liver cheese and crackers. That's it. Hmm. But neither candidate is equally good. You screwed both ways. Yeah, you definitely screwed. We definitely screwed, but what's so sad to me is how we're still moving on emotion. And it's not we don't expect anything. If somebody wants you to vote for them and you say, well, what are you going to do for our community? I'm not going to just do something for your community. Well, then what the F you going to do? You want my vote and you give me that answer. Well, what are you going to do? Okay. Or it should have been, I mean, I'm sure she's taking meetings with representatives of other communities and has agreed if they vote for her that she's going to fulfill their agenda. We just don't have black folks, to in our community that we vet and have to represent us. Right. They get up there and get starstruck. Vote for her. Why? Because she is a black woman. We want somebody like saying something like that represent us? Ugh, it's just crazy. Mhm. Um, Sending all of our tax dollars overseas. That's exactly what's happening. It really is worse than the 20. Yes, it's bad. There's really no money circulating. I'm telling you, people are hurting more than ever. And we still sitting up feeling like we have the luxury of being voting for somebody just because you said they look like you and being emotional. I'm not saying vote for Trump. I'm saying we still making these crazy decisions after the way that our community suffers. Voting for people just and not demanding nothing. Not, don't have no agenda, ain't demanding nothing. If you want my vote, it's supposed to be an even exchange. I mean, that's how it's okay. We vote for you, but this is what we need from you. Sitting up saying, I'm not just going to do something for black people, that ain't good enough. As a matter of fact, I'm not voting for you. If that's your answer, um, that's like going to a job interview and telling the interviewer, I'm only going to look out for my people. You think the white person going to give you this job? Dominic Justice Trump and Biden both sending trillions overseas. Like I said, either way, we doomed to hell. But I don't really think that we should, still be making decisions based on emotionalism. And that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Oh, mm. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. Oh yeah, all the braids that I've cut out and taken down. It look like. Let's see. I'm still right around the edge part. Tierney Allen, if they forgive student loans, you're going to pay for it in taxes, 24.5% out your paycheck for 15 years. So how's it forgiven? Oh wow. Ray says anybody better than Trump. This is Dr. Jill Steen or Stein or West. I like Dr. Cornell West. I do. I like him. Hmm. Nene says the Asians got what they wanted and some shit. They gonna always get what they want because they're not gonna vote for you unless you adhere to their agenda. They don't let nobody come into their community. Have y'all ever noticed well, if you ever go vote in a predominantly white area, any other community, when people are passing out, when they're passing out those ballots, when they're out there in front of the voting polls, passing out those ballots, the white people would tell you when they said, vote for such and such, vote for such and such here. They'll say, we don't need that ballot. We already know who we're going to vote for because they've already vetted the person and did the research. They don't need you to tell them who to vote for. We're the only ones that do that. What kind of thinking is why Kamala may win? Trump had money circulating. The Biden administration, which includes Harris, did not. But anybody better than Trump? I tell you. Mm, mm. She says, they said, don't get mad at the Asians. They stick together. Maybe we should do what they do, spend on each other and help each other. I'm telling you. Tierney says, my sister is a doctor that is still paying her student loans, but on the other hand, I made sure my son got a full ride. Dominic says, Trump didn't have money. He inherited a good economy and then caused inflation due to his tax cuts. Mm, mm. I tell you. Mm. Hold on, you oh Lord. Yeah, it's 70 people on here. I wish I knew who was in the bushes. I wish people would come out of the bushes sometimes and say hello. It's over 70 people. It's showing 70, but it's over. Some of y'all that's in the bushes, why don't you come out and say hello? All I know is if you don't have an old car, hey Sita, if you don't have an old car, try to get you one. Cause when they turn these news ones off, people gonna be up a shit creek without a pedal to get down. Simeon White, I'm in the bushes. Okay, Simeon. Who else is in the bushes? I be wanting to know who in the bushes so bad. Thank you. Yes, I am. I know economics well, the GDP, and know fractions of corporate logistics. Okay. They love the bushes. Come out. We won't hurt. Okay. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all come out. I wish some of those people in the bushes. Hey, Miss Linda Albright. And make sure you all hit the like button. I knew a lot of new names that I had not seen in here. Mm-hmm. Lord. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hold on. Y'all know I'm looking at something. Mhm. It says lighted on fire. Everybody coming out. Who's that? Saina? Hi, I don't pop in because I'm afraid of UB. U UB. Who is UB? Who is UB, Miss Saina? Saina. I like that names. Is it, am I pronouncing it right? Saina? Is it Saina? I like that name. Oh, yeah. God is good. Took me right to it. Let's see. Um, Dominique says, you can't borrow your way to prosperity. Stop buying crap. You can't prove cars or whatever with money you don't have to impress people you don't even like. Well, that's true. That's so true. Um, really, if you can't pay for it cash, you probably, I think everybody should have really one major credit card. And that's easier said than done because we all get high debt ratios. I promise you. Um, especially when you're in business, you're over budget in a minute. Um, but I think that if you cannot pay for it, you're right. You shouldn't charge it. I think everybody needs one major credit card, and and that is to keep their credit high. Charge you some gas and pay the whole thing off. That's how you keep your credit high. That's how my dad used to do it. And by the way, I need to check his. I'm gonna. I have to run his stuff tonight to make sure they ain't hit him. Hit him too. Lord have mercy. There'll be one more thing I gotta report. These folks on here sick. He dead, child, but he had good credit, but they've been doing some things on here. Um, Nene Lawyer says, Dominic, you ain't lying. Cavalier says, well, welcome, Saina. Thank you for coming out of the bushes. She said, Tamara, you home. Yeah, I be talking up under my breath and stuff all the time. I do. I be, especially if I get to thinking about something. And it's almost like when I have stuff on my mind, like it's almost like it'll hit me. Look at such and such. Look for such and such. And I be talking up under my breath a lot. And especially if I'm being smart alecky, I will. I don't have a credit card and my credit frozen. Don't need it for anything, but that's me. Everybody can't do that, but you can gotta sacrifice to win. Yeah, that's true. You do. I've been subscribed. Okay, Saina says she's been. Saina, are you a female, right? Saina. I like that name, Saina. Sina, is it Sina or Saina? Dominique said I need to get some coffee. Look, I feel so frustrated because I've been taking down braids for hours, and I don't feel like I've even put a dent. And I look like Aquanisha, but I still got just that many more braids to go. And I've been cutting them out and everything. Mm. He said I need to get some coffee. Mm, mm, mm. Guys, make sure y'all I have to tell y'all, be quiet at a later time. Catalina says it's good to keep your credit frozen until you need to handle business. That's true. Nini, lawyer says, I know you be looking for something, want to say something, or something is on your mind when you do that. Yeah, I've been wanting to say stuff. I have to talk. I'm learning that you just cannot put certain things into the atmosphere. You just can't do it. If you want a resolution, you just can't do it. Um, Dominique says, I used to drive a car nobody would drive. I'm talking about disgraceful car. I should have been arrested. I sacrificed. I know what drive now, anything I want, and I like cars. I'm about to heart. I heard some people say that they be paying 12 and $1,300 a month, and that's without the insurance for a car. Why on earth would somebody who is not a millionaire ever pay 12 or $1,300 a month for a car? You miss one car note, it's gonna get repossessed. It's a color. I didn't know that. Okay. Tierney says, I pay the Africans to take my you know what? I would love to pay the Africans to take my braids down, but unfortunately, when they take the braids down, they take your edges down right with them. Take the edges out. They take the braids and the edges out. So I just kind of take my own out now. You have to stop yourself. I understand. Yeah, I have to stop myself. Um, I know that's right. I can understand why people getting cars and stuff and paying 12 and $1,300 a month for a car without the insurance, just so that they could drive a Corvette. I mean, if it's 12 or 1,300, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Yeah, that's definitely financial suicide because a car loses its value. Be quiet. Shit. A car loses its value as soon as you drive it off of the lot. He said you start to put a little extra to the side every check just in case things get worse. People probably should have a different account and have money going into that account. Um, that you don't have no debit card to, no checking, nothing. It just automatically goes into that account and just forget about it. Um, Dominique says, because for some reason I just kind of feel like it's gonna get with the way they doing things. It's terrible. All all of the money. If you ain't an immigrant, you ain't gonna make it in this country. If you're not an immigrant, you're not gonna make it in this country, unfortunately. Mhm. It says average car payment is $717 a month over 84 months. 84 months. 84 months. Y'all mean to tell me folks paying for cars for 7 years? They letting them do that. The average car, you could, the average car is paid for in 4 years. They letting folks give them 7 years to pay for a damn car? And then people go and put all these big down payments down on cars and stuff. Don't you know it don't do nothing for it goes directly to the dealer, to the salesman. It's not going towards your car. It's going to the salesman's commission. You do better trying to get a no down payment and whatever money that you have to the side, because they're gonna sell you the car anyways if you credit right. And you can get it without a down payment. And take all that money, that 10, 15,000 dollars you give it to that salesman, just take it and put it towards that. Once you buy the car, take it and send it in to the finance company and just take it off of your car note because it ain't coming off of your car note. If you give it to the salesman, it's going to his commission. In which you gonna get a percentage off of how much the car is that they sell to you anyways. Still. Mm-mm. People that desperate that they would let somebody sign them up to pay for a car for 84 months. If you got to stretch it out that long, that means you can't afford it. Mm. I will tell you this right now. I don't know what black people think Kamala gonna do. I don't know. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, mm, mm. Um, I need to go. Somebody sent me something. I be making all types of sounds on when somebody sent me something. Um, mm, mm. He says my little brother has a F-250, a Porsche Cayenne, a Corvette, and 3 motorcycles, all off commissions he makes from selling cars. Young boy, damn near rich. Hmm. Tamara, when I didn't have money, it was easy to get any kind of vehicle. Um, you know what's sad? I own some luxury exotic cars. I pay less in insurance than a lot of people with only 2 cars. It's sad. Thanks, Miss Cadillac. I appreciate you. Now back to hiding in place. Miss Siena, you're gonna have to start coming out the bushes more. Join when I see people come out and start interacting in the chat. It's a beautiful thing. Like we don't bite in here. He said, "Yeah, okay." Sounded like you was getting some. Oh my God, Mr. Parker, even at 12 o'clock midnight, almost 1 o'clock in the morning, you keep your mind in the gutter. You keep your mind in the gutter 24 hours a day. Mr. Parker keep his mind in the gutter 24 hours a day. That's what's going on there. So Titi, you think I was the only one thought that? I think you was the only one that would say it, Mr. Parker. I gotta be honest. You be waiting. You be up waiting for anything so you can talk nasty. Mr. Parker be waiting on any reason to talk nasty. Saina says, no, you don't bite, but you will use curse MF out. Yeah. Those people out when they make me mad, but I ain't even really been doing that lately. I haven't really been cussing people out lately. I've been going about doing things another way. Um, Wait till you hear this on playback. You're gonna be like, damn, you should be ashamed of yourself. Mr. Parker. Mr. Parker is he's that old dirty man. Mr. Parker, that old dirty man that the 20-year-old girls talk about that always like to talk nasty. Sound like Elroy had got a hold. I don't know what happened to OG Elroy. So, only when they bother her. Tamara's kind and sweet. Yeah, I'm very kind. I am. I'm very kind. Hmm. Good. I'll be glad to see you more. Hey, Sparkle. Trying to think. I think that was a name that I had thought of for one of my daughters. Sparkle. Sparkle was one name. Of course, I had narrowed it down to Lyric. I'm talking about for my oldest daughter. Her name would have been, I had narrowed it down to Lyric and what was the other name? Lyric, Justice, Sparkle, and her name. And my dad had actually talked me into naming her Justice. He was like, "What you think about Justice?" And I said, I don't know that. I was like, well, that's one of my names. He was like, why don't you name her Justice? And so I named her Justice and I spelled it with a Y. It was on the birth certificate. So my mama came in there and she said, why you name that baby Justice? And she said, I like the other name better, the name that she has. And I said, really? She was like, yeah, I like that name better. And so I changed it because my mama said she liked the other name better. And my dad was still thinking that her name was Justice. And he said, "You changed her name?" I said, "Yeah, I changed her name from Justice to what it is." And then my granddaughter, when my daughter had my granddaughter, she was thinking about her the baby's father wanted her name to be Charm, Charm, Charm. And I thought that was cute, right? And she said, I don't like the name Charm. She said, Mom, what was that name that you had given me? You said that you had given me on my birth certificate in the hospital and you changed it. I said, Justice. She said, that's what I'm naming the baby. And that's what she named my grandbaby, Justice. Right before my dad got all the way down sick, she had that baby. And I went to the hospital. I said, Dad, I said, I told him Noodles had the baby. And I said, "Guess what she named the baby?" He could still talk a little bit. He said, "What?" His voice I said, "Justice." He started smiling. I said, "You finally got your justice." She doesn't bother anyone unless they mess with her. Sonny, please don't be a stranger. Come back out sometimes. Hey, Miss Faith, why would you name that baby Woo Titties? Why would you name that baby Woo Titties? No, Sparkle I like that name, Sparkle. My second daughter, I had named her Tabitha. That was her name, Tabitha. And I had put Tabitha on the birth certificate because I love I named her after this show that I used to love to watch called Bewitched. I know y'all remember Bewitched. And I named her Tabitha after the little girl. And then here come her daddy. This is how he talked. Tamara. Oh Lord. Straight out of North Memphis, think he's slick. Tamara. I said, what? Why don't you name her? He gave her name. He wanted the middle name to be Chanel. And I said, I have a cousin named Chanel. I don't want to name her Chanel. Her middle name to be Chanel. And he said, why don't you let me name her? I didn't get to name my other kids. And I said, but I've already named her Tabitha. That sound like me. No, my baby girl sounds just like her dad. She has his mannerism and everything. She has his mannerism and everything. She's quiet and she sound like him. She sounds just like him. Her complete mannerism is like she's secretive about everything. She's very secretive. She's real responsible. She got that from me though. She got being real responsible from me. She like to rack up and stack up her money. She get that from her dad because I spends. I'm a buyer. But she stacks up her money and she real secretive about it. So that comes from her father. And she sound like a mom, such and such. And I be looking at her, I go, oh my God, that girl is just like that man. I guess I could not stand him. I be listening to her and looking at the faces she make. I go, that girl is just like that man. Um, are you ready for another baby? Well, go have you some. Babies are a blessing. I'm telling you, go ahead and have them while you still got the nerve to listen to them holler and cry. Oh, I used to want to have six babies. I used to want to have six babies, and I still want to live on not like a farm, because I don't want to raise no pigs and cows and shit. But I want to live on I want to have like big gardens, plant my own foods and all of that, and sit on my porch and sit on and have a swing on the porch and drink lemonade when I all day sit out and just enjoy the view. That's how I want to do it. I think people should go into survival mode and start looking into gardening and planting. We have to get back to planting our own foods and stuff. Hmm. Thank you, Nene Loyal, for coming through. Miss Nene Loyal. Yes, indeed. Where's Cypress at? Cypress must have gone to sleep. Feel like making love. Mhm. Hey, HD Bully. Mm. We get off all meat, grow our own fruits and veggies, and stop the dairy. Won't need food lying for shit. That's true. I've been having a taste for some greens. And believe it or not, the greens that they sell in the grocery store and the greens that my grandmother used to grow in her garden in the back of her house taste different. The cucumbers taste different. I bought some cucumbers from the market. They grow them in the back of their market. I'm gonna cut them up tomorrow. I'm cutting the cucumbers and put it in vinegar because I love pickles. And I've eaten all my sour pickles. I buy the big jar of pickles. But I got me some cucumbers from the market, and I'm gonna chop them up and put it in a jar and put some vinegar in it. And I'll just go in there and eat me some whenever I get ready. They be good too. Mm. Do y'all believe all these different pictures and stuff that's going around? Do y'all think these are pictures of Diddy and Jennifer Lopez and all of them? I don't know. I kind of believe that this stuff is Photoshop. Yeah, this stuff Photoshop. They got Jennifer Lopez face and Jay-Z face and Diddy. That stuff Photoshop. People making up all types of stuff now. Mhm. Y'all, did they ever say where Frankie Beverly died from? Did his cancer come back? Y'all, these dogs, the way they be holding their faces and stuff when they getting pampered. Oh my God. They look like old women. I wish my puppies would act like that when they getting groomed. The groomer said she be so sick of them. Aw. Anyways, y'all, I got some things I gotta do before I retire. I got some stuff I need to do tonight so that when I get up in the morning, we can get right back on it. Okay. But I need some things I gotta do tonight to handle. But I appreciate you all tuning in as always. As always, you guys absolutely rock. Those that's in the bushes, I wish that you all would come out the bushes sometimes. All the other vloggers that be in the bushes in my chat, I just want to come out and say hello. I have no issues with them coming into the chat and saying I've been in the bushes. And y'all gonna miss me when I can't when y'all gonna miss me when I can't be on here as much as I used to. When they send me on assignment somewhere, I ain't gonna be able to be popping in. So y'all better enjoy me while y'all still can, and that I can still get on here every day. Because it's at some point it's gonna slow up for a season. It's gonna slow up for a season. Um, I wasn't sure I'd find my bride now. Me and Tamara argued. Mr. Parker, oh my God. Yeah, Mr. Parker sent me, Lord have mercy. Mr. Parker sent me so many songs. I didn't even get a chance. Lord have mercy. And Mr. Parker emailed me like those songs were from the 90s. I believe those were the early 90s songs, weren't they, Mr. Parker? I'm getting ready to show you, let y'all hear what I've been binging on today. Y'all gonna enjoy this one. Hey, this right here rock me right on to sleep. Y'all know that's my kind of music. Said, yeah, she gonna fall asleep and leave us here. No, I'm not. Back when being whipped was cool. Ooh, I love that song. I was binging on it in the car tonight when I was sitting out in the car. I was binging on the OJs. But that's like that song and I Want You Here With Me. All of their songs really I love, but that particular one, that's my favorite. I Want You Here With Me. It's my favorite. And they got another one called Who Am I? Who Am I? That's one of my favorites that they got. Um, Back when being whipped was cool. Yes, indeed. I'm telling you, that song is, and that ain't even like it gets to a part in that song where I just feel it. They just start breaking it on down. Them dudes and I think something is going on with Eddie. I know they're in their 80s, but I think Eddie is really sick, you know. The new guy that they got in the group, he can sing really good too, the younger guy. But y'all know the OJs just ain't the OJs without Eddie. And I think Eddie has kind of lost his voice. I know they were supposed to retire, but I think Eddie was falling out on something when they said I walk like a fish. Ain't that something? It's better to walk like a fish than be doing what the preacher. I told y'all the preacher was trying to the preacher's wife was trying to sell at the conference. When I told y'all when they had that one of the churches in Memphis had that sexual healing conference, it was very that's the word that I'm looking for. Um I can't think of the word. But a lot of people was talk it was very controversial because a lot of people didn't feel like that the pastor should be telling a man and a woman how they should be making love and having sex in their bedroom. And the preacher's wife was selling a toy for to put in her husband's. Oh, okay. Let's finish listening to the song. Yeah, I don't want to take the mood away. But this right here, these types of songs right here take you back to, if you forget all of that crazy stuff, it just takes you back to the good stuff. I have to play a little bit and then we have to stop. But I want to play this part because this is my favorite part, and then I'm gonna stop because this part right here. I mean, when they get to singing that song, it sends chills all the way through my body, especially when they get to that part. Them dudes was singing that song. Hold on, I'm gonna play. I got to play my part because it's in. That be those are the songs. Those were the OJ's definitely one of my favorite groups. One of my favorite groups. Every song that they have. Now it want to make you go jump. It make you want to go make some love. That's what it do. Um, that's what those songs do. I'm telling you, like the '70s songs make you want to like makes you want to make love, and the '80s music have me upbeat, and I start reminiscing on growing up. You know, being a little girl growing up in the '80s, and it just makes me upbeat. And I'm serious. I get up, start cleaning up, start have like it just uplifts my mood. But the '70s music put me in the mood for love, and I'm serious, like some very intense, sensual, sexual love. I mean, the '90s music was cool. We were teenagers and stuff, preteens and in the '90s, and I guess we started getting little boyfriends and stuff. I guess kind of, Karen White, I'm Your Superwoman. That was that era, that type of music. It was still pretty good, but by the time they got to like 90, anything after 95, it was over with. I don't really know of any good songs that was really talking about love and, you know, being loved and making love and all of that. It was basically over with. Yes, indeed. It's for people watching from the other channel. Hey, I always gotta diss the '90s. The early '90s had some really good music, like Keith Sweat. It was that era, Make It Last Forever. I still, when I think about those songs, I think about, oh my God, that's when you really started liking your first boyfriend and stuff. Like you start thinking about that. Still like that song, Make It Last Forever. Never forget the first time I heard Make It Last Forever. It must have been like in the late '80s because a friend of mine named Angie had a birthday party. Yeah, we were still living in the projects. And she had a birthday party and she had some boys, some her um mother's best friends had some nephews and they was very handsome. And I remember they came to the birthday party and we must have been about that was the first time I had ever danced with a boy. That was the first time I had ever danced with a boy. Make it last forever. Thank you for the cash app, FPP. I don't know who that is, but thank you for the cash app. I appreciate that. Hold on. Okay, Will. Okay. Thank you, Will. It says, don't forget to tip the DJ. That's what I'm gonna listen to tonight when I get ready to go to bed. But I'm kind of wired up. Even though I'm tired, I'm wired up. I got something I gotta do before I. Um, Kevin says, we talked about Kale's being the food, but 12 play was my partner. I'm in crime back in college. R. Kelly has some R. Kelly has some timeless hits. He definitely does. Mm, I gotta go get me some broccoli. I found a way to, y'all know I'm a Alfredo pasta fanatic, but I've been eating healthier. And so now what I do is when I make my Alfredo pasta, I make the Alfredo sauce from scratch, of course, and I put everything in it, my shrimp, and I I don't put the pasta in it. I just use broccoli and I put my carrots in it and all of that. Aaron Hall jams. Yeah, listen, Aaron Hall is cool, but you know what? I liked Aaron Hall's voice and his music, but when he started doing those interviews recently, I just wish he just would have kept his mouth closed because he just ignorant. He was sitting up bragging about Aaron Hall was sitting up bragging about how he said he liked for people to look at him while he liked for people to look at him while he having sex, right? And he said, ask Diddy and them. All of them seen me F. All of them seen how I F. I'm like, why in the world would some man want another man to be looking at him while he is having oh Lord have mercy. I said, Lord, he ain't never really had that many hits, but he still got an awesome voice, but he just stupid. So I said, "Girl, well, I hope you got a man, because it should get you need if you Saina, you got a husband or a boyfriend? Saina, do you have a husband or a boyfriend? Because if that song gonna have you up for the rest of the night, you need to make it. You need to have a reason to be up listening to that song for the rest of the night. Catalina says Aaron can go on with all that. Catalina says Aaron can go on with all that. That just took the taste out of my mouth. For me, that was so low class. Yeah, that was low class. He was sitting up talking about I effed her. I effed her. He's talking about he got a big wing and he was saying that Diddy and Devontae, it's his name Devontae from Jodeci. They all seen how I F. You got men looking at you screwing you. He said, I like for men to see how I F women. Why would you want a man looking at you? And why would a man want to be sitting there looking at a man screw his woman? That's just weird. Saina says, right on that, Tamara. He should have kept that to his. Yeah, I have not had any respect for him since then. I'm like, this Negro is ignorant. She said, no, I don't. I was going to say, because, if you got a husband, if you got a boyfriend, and you saying that you got your hooks in me, gonna have you up for the rest of the night. I was going to say you need to make sure you hook your husband and have him up all night long listening to that song with you, and not just laying there beside each other either. Um, they said sound like porn. No, it sound like they a bunch of weirdos. Like, why would a bunch of men? Why would he want Devontae and Puffy looking at him screwing women? He said because he know how to screw real good, and he like for his friends to be looking at him. Ugh. Mm, mm. You know the who gave Diddy that name, the Diddler. They say the Diddler loves seeing that. He didn't even have to drug or pay. He said, yeah, the diddler looking at that. He wasn't looking at the woman. He was looking at Aaron. Especially if Aaron got a big. He said he got a big. He said his thing big. So I'm sure Puffin done had some of it. I'm sure Puffin done had some of his. I'm sure Puffin done had some, but I'm sure that's what he was looking at. Now I know I'm getting ready to make some men. I'm getting ready to make some men mad. But men, don't get mad at me. Don't take this personal. But I have issues with men that like looking at porn. Why on earth would a man ever want to be looking at porn? Why would they want to look at a man screwing a woman? I, I mean, that's not normal to me. I know a lot of men ain't gonna like to hear me say that, but I'm serious. Why? You know what? What do men get out of looking at a man screw a woman? Said I'm out of here. Oh Lord have mercy. Well, I don't mean no harm. I'm just trying to understand what men get out of looking at that. I know some people say they look at it with they be looking at porn with their spouse or with their boyfriend so that I don't know. They said that they so that they can learn new things to do. I don't know. Miss T, you so vanilla at times. A lot of people don't like that because I'm not saying I have never looked at porn. What I'm saying is, because I remember I used to talk to this guy, and for some reason he always I don't I went into it. I was if I can't get you aroused, you got to turn on a porn movie. Looking at all of this ass and titties and chocolate ain't got you aroused. We don't need to be together. That means I ain't doing nothing for you. Dominique says, well, when you're a teenager, they trying to learn something. I think that's why people are so overly sexualized, overly sexual now. I think you should learn instead of trying to look at porn, what you should do is just learn, your partner's love language. That's what I think. I think you should learn your partner's love language because your partner might not even like all of that stuff that you looking at. You talking about you trying to learn new moves. Maybe your partner don't like that. Ask your partner, what is it that you like? Oh, girl, you about to bring me out of these bushes. This breaking in us, DJ Jamie Pre, the spokesman for Moochie. I love your energy. Keep it P. Oh, Lord have mercy. Miss Parker, she is very vanilla, but I get her. You got enough to keep any real man happy. That's what I'm saying. You got to go look at a porn movie, and I got all of this ass in your face and titties and all of that, all this chocolate. You offending me. You offending me. I don't have to look at no. Oh, okay. Um, Dominique says, "Well, when you're a teenager, it's your first time, Well, I've heard most guys say, most boys, well, most men now say that when they was looking at porn when they were teenager, they was beating their meat. That's what they was doing. They was beating their meat. Um, it's the at times part I'm tripping on. Ain't no at times, it's all the time. Mm. Um, I'm not 19 now. I was saying I haven't watched it since I was 19, 33 now, but yes, I have discipline and mentally strong. I would be afraid of a man that's addicted to porn. I mean, I'm sure that women, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I remember Kirk Franklin had came to this show. Remember when Kirk Franklin was on tour, like he was doing he was actually ministering. He wasn't singing, he was ministering. He don't sing anyway, so he had a choir to sing. But he was like going from different churches, giving his testimony and all of that. And yeah, giving his testimony and all of that. And he was talking about how he was addicted to porn. His wife was there too. He was addicted to porn. Now I always thought that Kirk Franklin was a little saucy. Okay. But his wife gave a testimony and she was like, he was so addicted to porn. She said she thought that she always, pleased him, but she said, but he had her doing things that afterwards she felt really nasty and dirty. She never said what that was, but I always wanted to know what in the hell did he have her doing up in there that she felt nasty and dirty afterwards. I guess it ain't that far fetched to believe that, they had another man in their bed. I ain't gonna even say another woman because I don't think he would have even wanted another woman, probably another man. It's a lot of women too addicted. When you say it's a lot of women too addicted, what you mean? Too addicted to what? It's a lot of women too addicted. Addicted to what? Penis? I got what you were saying. You had indulged since the age 19. I think I'm just one of those one. I don't like toys either. I don't well, I one toy, and that is the ring vibrator. That's the only, and that's not a toy, that's a ring vibrator for him to put on his penis. That's the only thing though. I don't mess with nothing else. I ain't putting no uh I'm not putting nothing in no man's booty. Period. He'll mess around and make me pull out my shotgun. Dominic says that I now know Miss T. I was saying it's women addicted. Oh, it's women addicted to porn? It's women addicted to porn. Oh my God. I wonder what maybe they be looking at the men. I don't know. A man should not have a toy of any type. I know a girl that said that she was messing around with a guy and they had a name for the toy. And she kept talking about it because we would talk all the time. And she would name the toy and they had a name for the toy. I forget that they had a name for it. And she kept saying it. And I was like, that toy, he w I got curious. I said, "So this is a toy, that he's always using on you? Why he get excited to be using toys?" She was like, "Oh, oh, y'all. Oh, these people just don't be knowing." The toy was for him, and I said, "Do you?" I said, "Do you be putting that toy?" What you where you be putting that toy at?" She's like, "Yeah, I do." I said, "You don't think nothing is wrong with that? It's something wrong with it." I said, "Yes. Don't no man want you using no toy on him." She honestly did not know. I wouldn't even want a man wouldn't even want a man that screamed like a oh God, please stop me. Please stop me. I ain't gonna be able to keep this video up. If he ain't screaming 'cause my coochie good, he better not be screaming 'cause something in his rectum. Ugh. Mm-mm. Dominic says, yeah, she had a coworker 12 years ago watch it at work. She didn't know though. I said, "You don't think something wrong with that?" She's like, What? Something wrong with that?" I said, "No, girl, men don't do that. Want no, you don't use no toy on no man like that." Um, he said, "So are handcuffs, paddles, and feathers weird?" Me personally, I don't trust nobody to handcuff me at all. I have issues with that. I would have issues with hand cuffs. Ain't nobody gonna be paddling me either. And what do you do with feathers? Now that's new. So what do you do with feathers? I don't know what you would do with feathers. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do with feathers because I don't know. Trace them across the body and stimulate all erogenous is there erogenous zones like a tease. Oh, okay. Anyways, y'all, we the only weirdos that's still up. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I'm so tired. My leg hurting from sitting in that car all day. And then my client gonna say, "What if we need you tomorrow?" I said, I signed the contract for it yesterday and today. I am not working tomorrow, and I'm gonna make sure that my cell phone is off just in case they call me because I'm not working for nobody tomorrow. I am going to rest up. Like I said, I'm gonna try to be on here with you guys as much as I can until they pull me out. 'Cause I ain't go I think for the next few months, I gotta go to some training and then they're gonna send me on assignment. So I ain't gonna be able to get on here as much, but um I'm gonna try to upload as much as I can. That's why we need to have fun. We start talking about a lot of stuff. Even with the young dog stuff, that stuff is a long way really from being over. It's a long way from it's a long way from being over. It's got quite a bit more to go, um, as it relates to that. And my prayer is that Young Dog's family, and I believe that the Young Dog's family will. That's already in the works. So, my prayer is for that God gives them solace, gives them solace, um, as they, go through this journey of justice, because what happened to their loved one was definitely unnecessary. And all of the lives and stuff that have been lost after that. I hate that Big Jug lost his life. I hate that Teasy lost his life. It's been other little people to lose their life, but I hope in the process of this, Mia J, God can revive her. People talk about her dating. Well, I don't think Young Dolph would want her to not date at some point. She's gonna start dating again. And that may not even be on her mind right now. But it's been 3 years. Some women get married within 6 months of their husband. Um, Something happening to them. They start dating again soon after that. But I don't know if her dating anybody. But I do know Mia is a young woman and she's beautiful. So at some point, God is going to she's gonna give her heart to somebody. And she has minor children, so she's got to make good decisions. And young Dolph left her very wealthy. She is definitely the gift. It ain't nothing a man can give her because that man that she had made it hard for any man to come behind him, even in death, and top that. Because I was told, I don't know if it's true, that that man left her somewhere upward of 100 million, her and them kids. So they'll never have to want for anything. But he said that. He said, when I die, my kids gonna know that I was their daddy. They gonna always know that I was their daddy, which means that they will always be taken care of. So, my prayer is for Mia, also for Daw's children, definitely his children, his parents, and his siblings. Red Top was having the platinum still own a membership on Straight Drop from last week. Yeah, I gotta tell y'all something about Straight Drop. I didn't wanna drop it too soon, but I owe y'all something on Straight Drop, and I actually got something else to tell y'all too. I'm just trying to wait for it to happen, and then I'll tell y'all after it's after that's sealed. But anyway, y'all, they are beyond wealthy. Yes, they are beyond wealthy. That's what real men do. They make sure, even in their absence, that their families are taken care of. That they are not scrambling and struggling and all of that. So that right there within itself is just a blessing. A 36-year-old man had his stuff in order, that thought about his loved ones and wanted to see them, you know, be wealthy even in his absence. So I think that's a beautiful thing. So yeah, it'll be definitely hard to top that. I mean, that's what real men do. You know, that's what they do. Anyways, y'all, I enjoyed being on here with you guys tonight. Maybe I'll get on tomorrow. Um, I'm so happy I don't have to do anything tomorrow. I think the only thing I gotta do is write up a report, and it ain't gonna take but all of 30 to 45 minutes. And then I get to chill on my couch, okay, and look at the water and be happy. Anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe, okay? I love you guys. I'll talk with you later.